Hello, everyone, and welcome into today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider podcast on Sports Illustrated. And my name is Kevin Hicks, and I will be joining you every single day from this seat. And I will be talking about a wide ranging variety of topics pertaining to Arizona State athletics, from the football program to recruiting in every sport to basketball under Bobby Hurley to even women's basketball, who is looking to find a resurgence under new head coach Molly Miller. I am your authority for Arizona State athletics, and I will work tirelessly to provide each and every one of my viewers with engaging, fascinating, and thought provoking content and insight that I will absolutely strive to give out to each and every one of you. So, a little bit about myself. My name is Kevin Hicks, as I said. I am the new beat writer for Arizona State Sun Devils on Sports Illustrated, and I will be covering every single sport with an emphasis on football and basketball. But what makes me a uniquely qualified person to cover this program is that I grew up around this program. I am from the Phoenix area. I grew up a fan of the Arizona State program, particularly football and basketball, but I followed every other sport as well. I went to Arizona State University and got my bachelor's in sports business before deciding journalism was my real passion. And this is where we were. This is where we showed up. I spent the last 2 seasons as a deputy editor on Phoenix Suns on Sports Illustrated as well. So I have a lot of experience covering teams. I went to the Mike Budenholzer press conference and 37 games across 2 seasons for the Suns. So I am a little spit seasoned, and I couldn't be more thrilled to get going with this opportunity. So, but for my first episode, I wanted to talk about some Sun Devil legends, because we can talk about the future of the Sun Devil program. We can talk about the present all we want, but we also got to look at the past and look at all the great athletes that this program has produced, or the various programs have produced. Let's take a look at Luguentz Dort, who's about to start on a Western Conference Finals run for the Oklahoma City Thunder. As we all know, Dort is an absolute Sun Devil legend. He only spent 1 year in Tempe, but he was a 4-star recruit. He was one of the highest rated recruits in the history of the program before Jaden Quaintance and Josan Senun committed, and Josh Christopher for that matter. But he was phenomenal in his sole season in Tempe. He averaged 16 points a game. He was the clear best player on the team that made around the 64 in the tournament. And for some reason, he went undrafted in the 2019 draft. The Oklahoma City Thunder picked him up. He was able to develop under Mark Daigneault and alongside Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and the rest is history. He shot a career-high 41% from three-point range this season on a 68-win team, while also being one of the best perimeter defenders in basketball. So shout out to Luguentz. Best of luck in the conference finals, and make the Sun Devils proud, Luguentz. Let's also talk about Spencer Torkelson for a minute. So as we all know, Torkelson was the number one pick in the 2021 MLB draft by the Detroit Tigers. He kind of got off to a rough start in his MLB career, and there were even fans of the Tigers that were calling for him to be moved on from by the organization. But they continued to put belief in him. They continued to emphasize his development, and is really, really paying off for that organization right now. So Torkelson's batting around 250 right now, I believe 246. He's hit 12 home runs. He's probably the best offensive player on the Tigers squad. And the Tigers squad that is currently 31-17 and looks like prime contenders in the American League after making the playoffs last year unexpectedly. So shout out Torkelson, shout out Lou Dort. ASU has a wide variety of phenomenal athletes that need to be praised and need to be highlighted each and every single day. Makes the whole Valley of the Sun proud, and keep doing what you're doing. Um, for the last thing I wanted to talk about today, we will go into Arizona State baseball. So, as you all know, Arizona State baseball is a historically great program. 5 national titles, has produced players such as Dustin Pedroia, Reggie Jackson, Mr. October himself, and Barry Bonds, who's the all-time leading home run hitter in MLB history. So a very, very storied program. and they've fallen on rough times over the last decade or so. Only 4 NCAA tournament appearances in the last 10 years, I believe, but they look on track to make it this year. So Baseball America has currently projected them to be the 3 seed in the Los Angeles bracket with UCLA. So they are currently looked at as a rather safe team to make it to the tournament right now, but they got to take care of business in the Big 12 tournament. So as of this recording, they are set to play the BYU Cougars, who are the 12 seed in the Big 12 tournament, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Arizona time. So by the time we're recording tomorrow, we will probably know the result of that game. The winner of that game gets to play the Arizona Wildcats. So if ASU is able to take care of business against a team that they should be able to beat, we will be talking about a duel with the Arizona Wildcats on Wednesday or on Thursday. And that will be a highly, highly anticipated matchup. Chip Hale against Willie Bloomquist, two former Diamondback alums against each other. And obviously the rivalry stretches across sports. It's not just football. So that would be certainly one to watch. And before we sign off today, I also want to shout out Matt King, senior player for ASU baseball. He was named as a co-Big 12 newcomer of the year this year. So I believe he played at Houston Baptist. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments before this. And he transferred to ASU. This is his last year of eligibility, I believe, and he had an absolutely phenomenal year, enough to be named co-newcomer of the year. And Willie Bloomquist's squad, really, they look like they have a bright future. I know that Willie sounded off on the NIL issue within the program the other day, and that is very understandable, but Willie obviously knows what he's doing. He's building a great roster despite the restraints. He knows what he's doing. He has passion for the program, a lot like Kenny Dillingham and Bobby Hurley for that matter. And ASU baseball is in good hands, so we're very much looking forward to that game against BYU tomorrow. So that's all for today. Let's tune in tomorrow for more ASU-based content, and I had a blast doing this episode today. See you tomorrow.